Well, good morning, everybody. Doing a midweek hunt this week. I'm out with Dan and a couple other guys. We are at a cellar hole in eastern Connecticut. And as usual, I am playing in the terrible, choked out, stunted pines, but it paid off big time. Let's take a look. And I switched it up this week. I am running my MXT for a change. I got a set of headphones that's going to work for it for today. And I really wanted to get this thing out on a hunt, and I'm glad I did. This thing was hitting mid 70s to low 80s and about 4 inches down. I got this. And I'll take it for the first target of the day. There she is. Oh boy, that is going to be my nicest. Looks like a braided hair, large scent, I believe. Let me clean it up and get a date, because I believe the date's right there. And that's a nice way to get the day started. And my first target, 1837. That's a pretty little coin I'll take there. I'm not sure what that is. Partially hold or something. I'll get to take a look at that when we get it cleaned up. And there's find number 2 of the day. A little iron buckle. A nice little tongue on it. It's in good shape considering it's iron. This comes about a half an hour after my large scent, kind of casting around. Figures you come out of the hole hot and heavy and you get your butt kicked for a while. Dan's got a really nice buckle we'll get a look at. Tim visiting from Illinois has got a beautiful pressed tomback. Nice design on it. You don't see those too often either. So, and here's my next target, coming up about 60 on the MXT. And you can see a little curve. I think we got a button. Yeah. It's like just a plain one. Plain one piece. Got some weight to it. I got a back mark on it if I can clean it up. Nice. That's 5 feet from my iron buckle. I'm going to keep pounding out this area. Alright, I am still kind of meandering around the cellar hole here. I'll do a 180. And behind me is all that nice thick grown in area that I worked. I got that large scent out of. And I came back to the back side of it because I'm kind of on a downslope behind the cellar hole here. And I got a nice signal. I'll show you the signal and I think we'll do a live dig. Alright, there she is down the hole. You might just see the roundness. Ah. Never mind, it's a monster dandy. Huge dandy button. No, it rang up super high. It's a nice thick dandy button. I got fooled. Well, I'm starting to wander away from the cellar hole. I've beat it up for a good hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and that's where I gotten all my targets around. Haven't gotten too far, 20 feet farther than I've detected, and I got a nice low VDI around 18, so that was going to be a shotgun shell at 2 inches, but surprise! Still see it in the plug there. It's a real thin plug. That was 2 inches. So don't ignore those signals. Little domed, convex, one-piece cuff button maybe. I don't see a chicken or anything on it right away. Well, it's been a little while since my last find there. I think that was that little button being meandering around yet again for about a half an hour. And under a couple of fallen branches and under some rocks I was getting a real iffy tone, and now I got me a little disc. Take a look. Gonna kick that aside, get all them roots out of there and a bunch of rocks. And there it is. You got a button. Oh, nice gold gilt button it looks like. I see some gold gilt on there. Shank. And if there's a back mark, I'm going to have to work on it. But very happy. That one was deep and iffy. I wasn't sure what it was going to be. I don't know what that is, but I'm going after it. It's deep. 7 to 8. See what we got. Alright, I'm sweating. There's a reason why I went after that tone, and I'm very happy I did. I had to go beard no diggerton on some roots. I chopped a lot out of the way, and I believe I got me a copper at the bottom of this hole. There it is. This one was laying across. I had a bunch of them laying this way. You can see how many of them I had to hop and chop and whack, but down at the bottom of the hole. Get my fingers under it. Oh yeah, it's cool. Thick edge on it. Very thick coin. I got no detail on it. That's a heavy coin. I think it's got a thick edge on it. I think the Matrons had the thick edge. Clean it up and take a look. Alright, there's a reason why I was commenting that this coin seemed so very thick, and that's because it is. This is a 1793, 1794, or 95 Liberty Cap large cent. And for those 3 years, since the coin was so thick, they actually stamped 100 for $1. 100. And I'll do my best to get that in there. It's tough to see. For $1. 100 for $1. And that's the most I'm going to get off the coin. It's rough. I don't have an actual date. I'd like to hope it's a 1794. There were a lot of varieties for that year. Many of them were rare and unique. I consider this to be the best coin I've ever dug, just due to the fact that there's a chance it could be a rare coin. I know that's on a lot of people's bucket list, and I'm just amazed to have a coin like this. Let's get back to the video, guys, and see what else I dug today. Well, I thought I'd stop and do a little lunch here, and speaking of eating my lunch, I suppose I should thank Kurt Franz for giving me that good advice to go dig another, because I did. So, thank you, buddy. Great advice. Finish my lunch, and I'm going to get back to digging. Well, those always sound good. Little tin on the ball jar. That was way under a root, too. I had to fight for that one. Curses. That was not a relic. Well, it's been a while. I haven't got anything really after lunch, or whenever I posted last. I just got these two. Can't tell what that is. And that was in the hole right next to it. I don't know what that is. Have to figure that one out. Go back up that way is the cellar hole. I'm on the back slope here. Sharing what the heck, see what runs downhill. And very low VDI tone. It was bopping up to maybe 20. I hope I can get a good focus on this. Little bitty piece of a shoe buckle. Got some great detail on it. I would have loved to have that buckle. I don't know if there's any more of it around here. Hopefully I can find some. Day's getting late. It's getting about 3:30. We're going to get another, I don't know, hour and a half in here. And then we have to call it quits. Well, I'm still working down slope of the cellar hole, and that's Tim from Illinois visiting us, getting his first taste of cellar holes. Iffy jumpy signal in that root, under that root, this stupid tree. And look at the size of that horseshoe. That's a monster. I don't even want to know the beast that thing was attached to. Nice shape on it too. This is a keeper. I don't keep this iron junk, but this is coming home. There's my next target, and 18 VDI. Wasn't very deep. That might be a ring. So let's knock it out together. No, not a ring. Threaded inside. Piece of junk. Well, we're back to monkeying around the cellar hole because it just coughed up a King George II young head for Tim. So he's leaving Connecticut this week with some New England relics. It's good to see him dig it. That was a beautiful example too. The date came right off. It was under a big root, so that helped it a lot. But anyway, said cellar hole's about 10 feet that way. I got a real low signal and it was shallow. Thought it was gonna be junk, but I got a little button. And I mean little cuff button. Cuff button with a little fancy on it. There it goes. That's pretty. I like that. That was only about 1.5 inches deep. I said I thought it was going to be junk. Well, this may be the last find of the day. And I think it's part of a cufflink. It would be a first for me. I don't think it's a pewter button. It doesn't look crumbly enough. It's either a really tore up button or it's a cufflink. Or part of a cufflink, I should say. I have to clean it up a little bit better. See what it is. I'll put notes up in the video, obviously. Well, I figured I'd finish my day where it got started and where most of my finds came from, and that's bushwhacking. It looks like I got a really nice large scent today. Liberty cap, and I wasn't expecting that. That was deep. That was under a lot of rocks and roots, so I knew it wasn't anything newer, and I'm glad to have it. And I want to thank this machine especially. You can probably guess that I won't be using my V3i out in the woods anymore this year. I love this thing. It's fast, it is deep. I like the audio tones on it actually. It tells me when it's scratchy, it tells me when it's crappy. It tells me a lot of things that my V3i didn't, just from the simple tones that it has. And I did well with it today. I dug more crap than I usually would. Because I don't have the luxury of the 3 frequencies to tell me that I'm digging junk. So, yeah, very happy with today's results. And I got to get up some better headphones for that with volume control. This is a great midweek dig. This is like a last minute deal. I didn't expect to go out today. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for commenting and all that other good stuff. And see you guys on Saturday for the regular dig.